blast of wintry weather, and we have team coverage on the conditions for you. More from the First Alert Weather Center in a moment, but we begin with King 5's Ryan Takeo covering the east side tonight, live from Snoqualmie Ridge. Ryan.
Hey Greg, it says 11:02, 33 degrees over here in Snoqualmie, getting down into the 20s tonight. So the story really isn't the accumulation that's taken place over the past couple of days, but really right here, the wet pavement could mean for a slick commute. Just in the past couple of hours, I took this video. I was just driving around the neighborhood around here just to see what the roads were like, and they were slick and slushy as well. So if that freezes overnight, it could be tricky. I want to show you just a couple of hours earlier in the daylight. Here's what it looked like over in Redmond. We saw and heard about these kind of conditions across the east side where main roads were wet and the local roads were slushy and slippery.
Yep, there's the snow. Isn't it gorgeous?
That's a look at Lewis Creek Park over in Bellevue, and that was Joyce Taylor giving us a Facebook Live tour this morning, what it looked like in the neighborhood there. There's concern over there because Lakemont Boulevard, really the one way in and out of that neighborhood, downhill exit, so that could be tricky tomorrow morning, as well as any other hills. If you're going that way in the morning, or if you need to take an overpass, so if you're getting on the interstate. The tricky travel conditions, not just an issue here on the east side, but also in South King County, and that is where Lily Tan is checking the conditions for us over there in Burien. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Ryan. Not quite the wintry setting you're seeing over on the east side, but over here in Burien, we're seeing most of the snow on parked cars in neighborhoods, as well as driving past car dealerships like this one. Right now in Burien, the temperature is about 36 degrees, but temperatures feel like they're dropping. They're supposed to hit about 33 degrees later tonight, hovering right above that freezing mark, but not too much snow left on these cars, just a bit of slush. But earlier today, there was a lot more snow here in Burien, a light dusting, light snowfall from about 7 to 10 this morning, and then again from noon to about 3 this afternoon. Some of it stuck on signs and grassy areas, but for the most part melted as temperatures warmed up slightly during the day, and that created some wet road conditions. Seemingly not a huge deal for drivers used to the rain like we are, but as temperatures drop overnight, those roads that still have puddles or slush will freeze and create some slick spots. So take care tomorrow morning, especially for drivers in Kent. There is a notorious hill on 240th, so watch out for icy patches there. Now back live in Burien, the street lights shining on the slick ground on the hill just up the way from us. Many roads are pretty dry, but Greg, that's where we can get into a little bit too much of a comfort zone and not notice some potential slick areas. So definitely not something that we want to deal with on a Monday morning before a long work week ahead. Back to you.
It is going to be an interesting Monday morning. Lily, thank you. From our tower cameras, quite a view of the snow whipping around today. On the left there, look earlier from Tacoma. You can barely see the Tacoma Dome. Of course, Garth Brooks there for his other two shows today. Middle there's SeaTac. There were some delays there this afternoon, but things back to normal. And then on the right there, the snowy view from our Queen Anne tower camera. Now, maybe you woke up to snow in your car. This is some video of snow falling in Everett this morning. You can see it left the roads there pretty wet, which could freeze overnight. The convergence zone, also a little tricky. Let's get to First Alert Weather Center. Jordan Steele, Jordan Wilkerson with more on what to expect.
Yes, Greg, we are tracking temperatures closely. We've got to watch that 32-degree mark. And for those of you guys who don't know, this is Jordan Wilkerson, newest member of the King 5 weather team.
Yes, thank you. Glad to be here.
First weekend, you got thrown into the mix. Big storm just hit us right in the face, you know?
Talk about thrown into the wintry mix. But, you know, it's November. I know it's a little early, but I'm excited for, you know, having four seasons again. You know, I was here before, but back in the South, we didn't really have 4 seasons.
Well, we're jumping right into it. So let's get to your temperatures, and then we'll talk about where we go from here. As you can see, a couple spots are at that magic 32-degree mark. I'm going to point you out. Olympia, Shelton, Port Townsend on the peninsula, Port Angeles as well. You guys are seeing temperatures at or below the freezing mark. Now, there are a couple other locations. Snoqualmie at Mount Si High School recording a temperature of 31 via our SchoolNet site. Enumclaw at 32, Bonnie Lake, you are very, very close at 33. So moral of the story, be careful. And here's where we go from here. Jordan, I'll let you take it away where our temperatures go from this point forward.
Yeah, I mean, you can expect temperatures, some of you already near the freezing point, if not below, but we're even going to drop farther than that. So expect temperatures, if you're not at the freezing point yet, to get there, but then even beyond there in some locations. We're looking at some 20s. Look at that, Bellingham 28, 28 Shelton, 27 Olympia. And of course, any slickness we see out there right now has the potential to freeze, of course. Look at some overnight lows here in Stanwood. We've got 29, 26 in Arlington, 28 in Marysville. As we continue down, you can see that we are also going to be watching Bellevue at 30, as well as Redmond and Bellevue got a lot of that snow today. Renton also 30 for that overnight low. As we continue on, you can see those temperatures near Tacoma, about 29 for that overnight low, as well as Shelton. So again, what I really want to just tell you is to give yourself plenty of time in the morning, because we are expecting some icy conditions.